Hello and happy Friday. It's so funny because I had given myself permission to just pass on this week, and then I was in here and sorry, I should have adjusted the camera before I came on. And then I came in here because I was photographing this gorgeous silk that I was adding. It's a crinkle silk and I was adding it to Etsy. This is Perazim, which means breakthrough. And so anyway, I was in here taking a picture of this, and I thought, oh, I need to remember to show this to everybody the next time that I go live. And then I was like, oh, that would have been today. And so I decided, well, I'll just pop on for a minute. For those of you who caught last week's, you know that my hubby had surgery this week, which went well, I'm very happy to say. And he is home here and recovering, but it's been an exhausting week, as I'm sure that you can imagine. So anyway, I appreciate all of your prayers for those of you who have been praying, and I'm just glad to be able to give a good report. So anyway, so for those who are interested, this is on Etsy, but I figured I'd just say hi and do a quick card pull because that's been kind of fun. And so let's see what's on the agenda for today. So, all right. Dun, da, 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 da. And again, for those of you who haven't seen me on here before, what I'm pulling from here, this is decks 1, 2, and 3 of the Dyed4you Art decks. They come like this. So they come in a little, and then I put them in an organza bag for you so you can store it in that. But there's 3 of these decks. There's 47 cards. In each deck, it has one of our original Dyed4you art pieces on the front, and then on the back side, it just has an inspirational encouragement, you know, thought to ponder, blah, 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 something like that. And the thing that's kind of fun about these is the fact that they've been written in such a way that they can be shared with people of any faith. So, so that makes it really fun. So like if you're having, you know, a girls' night and you all have different belief sets, this is something that you can use as a tool to get into deeper conversation, to, you know, get a download from Papa, because the fact is Spirit will speak through whatever you are paying attention to. And so that actually is something that one of our Dyed4you diehards, she got all 3 decks. And so every time she's at a group or with friends or has family over, she's been having them pull cards, and people have ended up just in tears because they're getting spoken to, or it's just been great confirmation. And so she started actually sending them home with them. There, she's like, here, take it as a reminder. And I just thought that was it's become like just a really cool, you know, just tool. I want to say witnessing tool, but it's not even so much that. It's just like, you know, getting to be Papa God's, you know, heart to a broken and hurting world, you know, just getting to reflect that love and encouragement. And so I just thought that was really cool. And, you know, last week I talked about it's a fun one even with teenagers, because it's not, you know, not too in depth. And so it's an easy read for someone who doesn't have a long attention span. Not that I'm saying that's the case for all teenagers, but for some. And so anyway, so yeah, so it was just cool. So, okay, so let's see what we got here. I didn't tell anyone I was coming on today. So, it's this one. I don't know which one this is. Oh, that's funny. All right. This is definitely going to be short because I am not going to be singing for you. This one, this art piece that's on the front is Altar of Praise. And the card is the Make Music card. And I actually want to laugh, and I'll tell you why in a minute. This, again, God just loves to do these little winks. It's so funny. So this one says, make music, release a sound of joy. Let a melody flow from your heart and resist the urge to judge its quality. Rather simply let your soul flow forth in music. Hum, sing, whistle. Let your sound come forth. Let the music and frequency within you shift the world around you. This is seriously so funny to me right now because of the fact that it's been a really overwhelming week. very like stimulus overload. I am like beyond exhausted and I haven't quite been able to catch up on sleep yet. And so I'm normally, you know, a reader. That's normally what I do in my spare time. And, but the last couple of days I've just been playing Bejeweled, you know. For those of you who like to do little silly games, you get this. And not that I'm advocating spending, you know, 90% of your life doing something like this, but the fact is it's a nice sort of brainless activity where you're sort of, you know, giving structure and order to things. And so for whatever reason, I find it deeply satisfying. So it's very relaxing to me if my brain feels too full even to read, which is where my brain was. And so, but while I was doing that, I found myself just singing nonsensical songs. I was singing a song to the dog. I was singing a song to myself. And then I just started singing in tongues and just, you know, making music. So that's why this is ironic. This was literally 15 minutes ago. But, you know, that's straight out of scripture. Scripture talks about it. It says, you know, to sing to one another and to do psalms to one another. So there's something about that, that musicality that literally shifts the atmosphere, that shifts your heart, that lifts your spirit, that releases, you know, the emotion that you're feeling. You know, I mean, there's nothing like a sad song to like bring up those tears that are hovering near the surface. So music can be so powerful. So that's all this is a reminder of, is enjoy the power of music and be part of that, not just the partaking of it, but participate in that. Even if it's not your forte, you don't have to do it with anybody listening. That's why I said I'm not going to do it on here, but I do it to myself. I actually frequently do that when I'm creating. So like if I'm dying, I'll often just be singing in tongues over, you know, over the pieces as I'm making them. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to pop on, say hi, see how you guys were doing. Say, I hope you've had a wonderful week, and sending many blessings to all of you, and happy worshiping. And I will hopefully see you next Friday. God bless. Bye-bye.